was kind of out of sight, out of mind. A daunting thing when you don't know what you don't know. And so this is a blueberry syrup. The colors, and I felt like I grew closer to her. If you ever had heard the term Aphantasia, some people don't have the inner monologue. I love how low commitment it is. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is so nice to see you all here. Let's start our day off with the Pokemon sleep stuff. And I am filming another little vlog today. So I remembered I had this camera. It was kind of out of sight, out of mind. My boyfriend and I got this together before our trip in Japan just to document all our memories. So I was like, this must be better than using my phone. So I looked up some videos and the built-in mic is pretty good. The only thing though is that the 11 milliliter lens would be a much better lens to use if I'm doing like vlog style, because the kit lens is pretty up close and personal. So yeah, that's like the only thing. If you guys notice that the next vlog is like, whoa, why is it so up close and personal? The 11 milliliter lens would be more of a shot like this, which I do enjoy, but I'm not gonna shell out that much money just to get a lens on a vlog series that I don't know how well received it is gonna be, you know what I mean? And like the lens I have now is great for what I need when I go on vacation and everything. But these are the pals that show up. A lot of pink, which I'm not mad about. On Wednesdays we wear pink, but I'm wearing white today. And today I have quite the busy day. I have a dinner with friends later at 7:45. So my plan is, there's a mall nearby where I need to be for dinner that has a charging station. So I'm going to take the car there to charge before I go meet my friends for dinner. But it's been a while since we've all seen each other. I do not want to feed any of these Pokemon. I know I'm one away from Pikachu, but I'd rather save that cookie for Water Week. And I'm just so excited to see them. So I was talking to one of my friends a bit yesterday that I'm seeing later today as well for the dinner. And he was just giving me like updates on his progress on like mental health and everything. And he's seeking a therapist, which I'm so happy about. Initially he reached out to me and he was asking me like what my experience was with it and everything, since I'm pretty open with my experience. So I love when people feel comfortable enough to ask me about that, because I know it can be such a daunting thing when you don't know what you don't know and you don't know where to start or what progress is supposed to look like. So I'm very happy to hear his progress, and he told me his therapist told him that he should take more pictures to, you know, grow a deeper appreciation for life. And I totally agree. And that's been something I've been trying to do for the past couple years myself, to take more photos, to have memories and to remember those memories, savor those memories, enjoy those memories. But then there's like such a fine line between being on your phone and not being present in the moment. But because I don't do that, I end up never really taking pictures of those moments. So I think I'm gonna try to do that today. We'll see if anyone's interested to be on the vlog. My friends are like very super accepting of like everything I've ever done in life. So we'll see. I'm not gonna force it in their face though. And if anything, it's probably gonna be recorded on this camera, this phone. Cause I feel weird just like lugging this in a freaking restaurant. So, breakfast is served. We are at Ultra 1 now. And I'm curious to see whether or not we are going to break our record from Master 5. Let me adjust the mic. Hopefully that's better. Alright, time for our daily lotto. What do we get? A Poke Biscuit. Really good. I'll take that. So the highest I've got in rewards for biscuits is 3 biscuits from that daily lotto, which is pretty neat. And now let's go to the research community tab while I catch you up on my day. Yesterday I had a really lovely day, but before we do so, I had some blueberries in my fridge, and I was like, Alright, I know I like the strawberry jam matcha that I've made. I have fresh blueberries, so why not try to make a blueberry syrup and see how that goes with matcha, because my cousin told me that she really likes it with her matcha. And I've seen a lot of pairings of blueberry with matcha as well. So this is a blueberry syrup. The color is not that pretty though, especially because let's try not to, yeah, I'm not gonna attempt that. You could see the blueberry syrup there, it's still intact. I haven't stirred it up yet, but I added not a lot, so visually you see it looks like I barely added any. But here's what it looks like on the top. Let's mix it. Mix it all together and take a sip together. So this is the color today. Beautiful, gorgeous. She's looking fabulous. Now let's take a sip. That is good. I think I like it better than the strawberry. And I'm not sure if it's because I tend to like blueberries more than I do strawberries, but that is delicious. The perfect amount of sweetness. I didn't sweeten my matcha. I just plopped in the blueberry syrup. That is good. It's like, it's a subtle flavor. It's not so overpowering. And it just adds a nice sweetness. And in the background, you could sniff and taste that blueberry. So for my blueberry syrup, I just did equal parts sugar, blueberries, and water. And then simmered that for about I've seen people say 15 to 20 minutes, 7 to 12 minutes. So I probably went on the safer side and did 20 minutes, which was why my syrup came out a little thicker, which I don't mind. So I have like a mason jar full of blueberry syrup, which is more than what I need. It can last for 2 to 3 weeks if I'm not mistaken from my research. But my cousin likes blueberry syrup, so I think I'm going to put some in a small little mason jar and give some to her today, because I am seeing her later. And my friend, he likes to cook at home, so I'm not sure if he makes coffee or anything, but knowing that he cooks for himself as well, I think I'm gonna give him some too. So that will be just a nice little present for my friends. I would give it to my best friend as well, but she doesn't drink matcha. She doesn't like matcha. And she's also very particular with her coffee, so I don't really see how the blueberry syrup would go into play with that. But we'll see. Maybe she will want some. And then I will give her some, because I do see her again this coming up Monday for our sleepover, which is so exciting. So let me turn down the brightness a little. And yesterday I had a really lovely time with my friend, my boyfriend's sister. And she came over, we went to pick up some groceries together, and we had like the perfect girl dinner. So here's a snapshot of our little charcuterie board. It is so cute. The white nectarines are giving such a cutesy touch to it. And we also had a rotisserie chicken. We had one leg each, and then we split the remaining chicken, so she brought half home with her. But it was just so much fun. We talked for like maybe 4 to 5 hours, and it was such a nice bonding experience, and I felt like I grew closer to her, and I just had a lot of fun. So I always appreciate and savor moments like that when you can have like really authentic one-on-ones with people, and really great food too. Initially our plan was to do like a little artsy night where we draw with oil pastels and then have a charcuterie board, but all we did was eat and talk. And then when we were done eating, she was like, do you still want to do like the drawing stuff? And I'm like, honestly right now no, because I was full from eating and tired. Full from eating and yapping. So I was just like, maybe not today. But we are meeting each other again next week, so maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Or maybe we'll go out for dinner, not sure. But that was so much fun. And then after she left, I tidied up, took a shower, and then made my blueberry syrup. And then I enjoyed the rest of the night. Did some little research on this camera as well because I've had it for a while, but I don't use it as much unless we go on vacation. So I was like, why not try to see if I could use it as a vlogging camera? And I've also noticed people really like this as like their first vlogging camera as well. So it does give me good feeling that I picked a good one. And while I was trying to fall asleep last night, I'm not sure if you guys ever had heard the term Aphantasia. I discovered that I had it maybe 4 years ago when I stumbled across a YouTube video, which I'll link in the description. And that's when I realized that some people, when they close their eyes, they see more than just black and like lights from the outside world hovering around. So I go to my little brother and I'm like, hey, close your eyes. And I was like, picture an apple. Now rotate that apple. Are you able to see that apple in your eye and when you close your eyes? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so you see the red? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what? I was so shook. And I was like, holy cow, there's some people out there that have such imaginative views when they close their eyes, because for me, when I close my eyes, I just see black and whatever light is peeking through, you know? And my boyfriend a couple years ago also discovered that he had that, so we both have aphantasia. And for me, when it comes to retrieval of memory on things that are visual, if I close my eyes, I can't see it, but I am able to retrieve memory where I'm able to associate how a certain thing is supposed to look like, or a certain person. So for example, if I close my eyes, I see like black, but right now I have a light in front of me, so I just see like the light that's coming through, if that makes sense. And if I'm going to try to picture my brush, I know what the shape is supposed to be. I can't see it though. I know it's the color pink. I know it has thinner bristles and there's like different heights to the bristles, but I can't see it. But I can retrieve information that tells me what it's supposed to be. And then I was watching another YouTuber who was talking about this as well, and when she mentioned that, I was like, that's the same. I completely agree. That's the exact same way I retrieve visual stuff if I close my eyes. So it's very fascinating, and I'm curious to know, do any of you guys have that, or is this a moment for you where you just discovered that you had it too? Just like how a couple days ago I learned that some people don't have an inner monologue. So throughout the day, I don't want to sound crazy, but I'm having conversations in my head. Like I have a voice in my head, and I don't mean it in a way where it's like I hear voices, I see people. No, like it's like your voice. I know it's my voice, and I'm thinking like, oh, that looks nice. What should I have for dinner? And stuff like that, you know? But some people, radio silent. They tune it out. And I'm like, wow, I wonder what their blood pressure's like. I wonder how, just like what's going on up there, you know? And I don't know if this is like works out not in my favor as a overthinker and anxious person that can have like conversations and spiral in their head, but having that voice in my head sometimes does not help with certain situations. So I can't imagine like if you didn't have that, like would that eliminate so much of your overthinking and anxiousness? But yeah, very interesting things. Like people are so different, and it's so interesting to discover this. And it's funny how like you walk the world thinking everyone's the same until you have these conversations and realize it is not. Like some people don't see things when they close their eyes, and some people don't have an inner monologue. Another thing, a couple years ago, my friend told me that some people can like pretend this is my foot and this is my pinky toe. Some people can do this with their pinky toe and some people can't. So we tried that out, my boyfriend and his sister and I. His sister and I can do it, but my boyfriend isn't able to do it. So now because of that, that's become like a cool party trick that I show people sometimes, like if we're out or, you know, all feet exposed, I'm like, hey, can you guys do this? And they're like, whoa, So yeah, try see it out. See if you could do it too. But yeah, that was our date yesterday. That was so much fun. She told me about this lock. Not this lock. This app called Lock It. So it's kind of like Snapchat meets Instagram, but very low commitment, and it shows up as a widget on your phone. So it's a great way to see a snapshot of updates that your friends are giving throughout the day, where it's super low commitment. I feel like with Snapchat, it is pretty low commitment, but like you could see when someone opens your snap or not. But with Lock It, like you'll just see the updates as they come, right? And Instagram as well, if you post stories and like you see who posted, and I don't know, there's just like something about that dynamic sometimes. You might not want people to know like you're online or something, I don't know. Everyone has different reasons. For me, I'm not much of a person that goes on Instagram lately unless someone's messaging me there, or like I'm sending memes with my friends, which is a term given to it is called pebbling, supposedly because penguins give each other pebbles. Or I hear like parent penguins would give pebbles to their baby penguins to let them know like I'm thinking of you. So I hear like that's what we humans do when we send each other memes and links or articles that remind each other of each other, pebbling. So I pebble with my friends on Instagram, but I'm not good at responding to messages on Instagram because sometimes I'm just not on my phone, or I don't want to open the apps. So Lock It is great. It's a widget. I get to see what everyone's updates are, and I look at it and I'm like, oh neat, they're doing this. And if I want to interact with it, I can, or like leave a comment and everything, and even give picture updates of what I'm doing. Now you might be asking, how is this different from Be Real? To be honest with you, I don't know, because I've never used Be Real. From what I heard or know about Be Real, I could be wrong, but with Be Real, you get a notification like, what are you doing? And then you take a picture, and it's like authentic of what exactly you're doing at that moment, I think. I remember one time my little sister was like, do you want to be in my Be Real? And I was like, oh, yes, I would love to. I thought it was just so cute. So yeah, that's like the only exposure that I've had to Be Real. So I don't know how close it is to Lock It, but I can say Lock It, love it. I'm trying to get my friends on it. I only had one friend who accepted it. 2 of my siblings accepted it, so I'm glad. And I have my boyfriend's sister who introduced me to it. So later today in my dinner, I'm hoping that I'll able to get my other friends on the app so we can just be a little bit more connected. I feel like, and I talked about this to my boyfriend's sister yesterday, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I've noticed that high maintenance friendships are nice, but I can only have a very handful of them because my social battery just limits me from that. But low maintenance friendships where you know that you're on the same page, where you're not going to be upset when someone responds late or looks at your story, but then you're like, oh, but they didn't respond to my text. Like, everyone's busy, and like maybe I had that one moment to check that out, but I forgot something and I'm in the middle of doing something. So during that 1 minute of downtime, I was just checking everything up and I forgot to respond to you, blah blah blah. There's like a huge stuff, right? But there's also the art of like working on not taking things personal. But with that being said, I love how low commitment it is, and I love when your low commitment friendships are on the same page and they're like, I love you and care about you, but I know you're busy and I know I'm busy, so like, hey, don't worry about it, message me when you can message me, and that's great. That's great. I definitely had some friendships in the past where people felt like I wasn't giving an equal amount of effort, and I totally get that. That's fair to you, and if you're more of the type of person where you need that, then you need that. But that might just mean I can't give that to you, kind of like in relationships. So it's great. I have like a really solid group of friends that I can rely on, depend on. Like, if I ever can think of any issues I'm going through that I might need their help with, I know I can rely on them and everything. And that's just great, like you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. And I feel like I've chosen great friends throughout the years. But that's my little thoughts for today. I'm very excited to see my friends later on. So I got some stuff to do to continue on with my day. I gotta edit this video as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't forget anything. I feel like I just zoomed past Pokemon Sleep and now it's like all a blur. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Look forward to the next vlog. If you haven't checked out yesterday's vlog that was uploaded, check that out. Let me know how you think about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure if I'll record tomorrow, but I might upload my Let's Play. So we'll see about that. No promises. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.